You know I would have just gotten off a vacation if you know that I'm late for doing stuff. Well, if it's my first day back to the old grind, I have to go for a drive. Happy hump day, everybody. So, I gotta tell you, considering everything that's been happening recently for me, to say that my low is pretty much that vacation's over, believe it or not, it's actually kind of a good thing. But my high was everything that happened yesterday. Went to Bully Hill for lunch with my family from Ohio. I went to see a movie, saw Ninja Turtles. I'm going to talk about that, obviously. And my act of kindness was I had to pick up my grandma from the airport because my mom's having surgery today. I did the garbage yesterday, did the dehumidifier for my dad. Oh, wait, hold on. Elbow room! Elbow room! That's the best place. That place is the best wings ever. Seriously, go to Elbow Room, the best place with the best wings ever. So, yeah. I gotta tell you, this vacation might have been really emotional for me, but if I take things one day at a time, I think it'll get better. In the meantime, I saw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. And, you know what, I'm going to say right now, the movie was better than the trailers advertised. I think it was one of the most action-packed, comedic, heartfelt movies I've seen this whole year. I know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I mean, some fanboys were well, I say some fanboys. I don't know what the Blockbuster Buster ever thought, considering he's not really a big fan of Seth Rogen. Because Seth Rogen is the one who's behind this new Ninja Turtles movie. But I had a blast watching this. And it really is looking like the critics did too. What's got like a 95 on Rotten Tomatoes or something right now. It's like, it's doing really well. And it's in large part due to, well, the animation is gorgeous. You know, it looks, you know, it's the city of New York. It is, you know, dirty. It's grimy. You know, guess what? That's what New York is. You know, at its heart. And yeah, there's some shady people in New York. So, like, seriously, there are so many good things about this movie, I don't even know where to start. But I have to give major props to the cast. The cast is what made this movie for me. Specifically, the 4 teenagers that they got to be. And you know what? That's the thing that Seth Rogen really wanted to focus on when he made this. When he had his hand in this. He's like, of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles aspect, the teenagers part was the one thing that's never really been explored. Seth Rogen literally says, within 5 minutes of this movie, you are going to believe that they are teenagers. And I totally see it. They are, I not only believe that they are teenagers, I believe that they are brothers. I believe that they are a family. You know, it's perfect writing. So, major props go to the 4 guys. Micah Abbey, Nicholas Cantu, Brady Noon. I'm so sorry. I forgot who played Michelangelo. I am so sorry, but you were, like, you know what? Michelangelo was the party dude. You were the party dude. Okay? Seriously. And I love how, and keep in mind, Micah Abbey doesn't have his sort of teenager voice yet. He still sounds like a little kid, but but you know what? It's perfect because Micah Abbey is the one who voiced Donatello. It makes sense. Like, some teenagers don't get their, deeper voice until it's different for everyone. So the fact that Donatello still sounds like a kid, I believe it. I totally believe it. I mean, I didn't get my deeper voice until many years later. But again, it's different for everyone. And, Jackie Chan is Splinter. You know what? People like to say he's one of the best fictional dads of all time. And, Jackie Chan did a great job of, being a good father to those boys. And I love how... Because here's the thing. This particular backstory is Splinter really was an ordinary rat who was in the sewer that found these baby turtles that were exposed to ooze. It's called ooze, okay? They like to call it ooze. It sounds better anyway. And, they become, Splinter and the Turtles. But the way they figure out, I don't want to give away how they learn ninjutsu. I do not want to give it away. Because it just works. In this universe, it works. Let's just say for how that universe is structured, the way they learn ninjutsu works. And I love it. And Seth Rogen also wanted to focus on the mutant aspect. The mutants look great too. They look scary. They look creepy. They look like real life mutants that fit the description of mutant mayhem. I mean, John Cena as Rocksteady and Seth Rogen himself as Bebop, they were great. Rose Byrne as Leatherhead. Post Malone as Ray Fillet. I love how his gimmick is, because Post Malone is a singer. He's like, Ray Fillet. I love that. Paul Rudd as Mondo Gecko is funny, dude. And you know what? I gotta give my major props to Ice Cube. Dude, you are one of my favorite supervillains ever. As Superfly. You know what? You were Superfly being Superfly. If that makes sense. Come on, man. It's Ice Cube, dude. Ice Cube is like the best. And okay. If you watch the trailer for this movie, one of the moments that comes up is Superfly breaks down the door of the car as they're trying to get away, and Ice Cube is like, 6 in the morning, police at my door. He says it in the movie. He actually says it. I'm like, oh, dude. I mean, here's the thing. That's actually an Ice-T song, but dude, Ice Cube sells it. Because it's Ice Cube. He's the man. Seriously, Ice Cube is one of the coolest guys ever. Because he's Ice Cube. He's awesome. I mean, obviously NWA is one of my all-time favorite rap groups, and Ice Cube is one of my favorite rappers of all time, so, yeah. I love that Ice Cube over time, I mean, by all accounts, you would think someone as cool as Ice Cube wouldn't be doing this. Yeah, he's totally in this movie. In fact, there was an interview a while back of Ice Cube talking about them approaching him to be Superfly. He's like, "Hey, this is Superfly. What do you think?" And then he just laughed, and everyone's like, "Okay, I think he's in." Because sorry, I'm going about to go down a hill. Gotta shift gears a little bit. Because Ice Cube's like, Superfly is a supervillain. I'm a supervillain. It's dope, dude. Oh, dude. This was... And I said this movie is a movie about her. Basically, the plot is, the Ninja Turtles, they want to be accepted by humans in society. And they think if they take down Superfly, people will accept them. And that's the movie. And you know what? It really is a great premise. In a lot of ways, it's kind of... You could say this is a sort of pseudo-prequel to the 1987 cartoon. Because if you ever seen, the 1987 cartoon, everyone knew who the Ninja Turtles were. Everyone knew who the Ninja Turtles were. They really could just go out in public and, talk to people and have fun or whatever. Here, Like, I think they're building up to that. And I think that's what they're going to explore when there is a sequel. Oh, yeah, right. They also announced a sequel. As well as, like, a TV series. Which, you know what? Great. I'm glad that, like, and don't get me wrong, it is, like, seriously, the Ninja Turtles really well, here's the thing, if it was animated, it was always good. Live action, you know, except for maybe the first movie, let's be honest, no one really cared if, like, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it had to be animated. This movie had to be animated for it to work. And it does. It really was a movie with heart. But it was also really funny. The funny jokes in this movie, they work. You know, there are some things that the kids are going to absolutely love. There's some jokes that the adults are going to love. I had a blast, dude. This was like one of the funnest movie experiences of this year. And I personally, you know, to Seth Rogen, John Rowe, I think he's the director, and everyone involved with this movie, like, thank you. Like, here's the thing. I do like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I wouldn't say I really here's the thing. The 1987 cartoon came out, and I was born late 1989. By the time the cartoon really reached, like, massive popularity, I kind of missed it. But, you know, then the 2003 cartoon came out, and that was awesome. In fact, the Blockbuster Buster says it's the best cartoon version of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The 2012 version, which, fun fact, Rob Paulson, who voiced Raph in the 87 cartoon, voiced Donatello in the 2012 cartoon. Rise, I thought, was very much underrated. Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think that one had the best theme song of them all. Actually, the 2003 cartoon had pretty good theme songs too. I don't care what y'all say. Fast Forward was not that bad of a theme song. I don't care what anyone says. But this movie, like, Seth Rogen, you crazy son of a gun, you did it. You brought back the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles out to the forefront. You know, we're going to get a sequel in a couple of years. I suspect probably late 25 at the earliest. But if not, I could definitely see it coming out summer of 26. That could definitely be a thing that happens. But yeah, I had a blast watching this movie. I can't wait to see, you know, what happens next. I hope that, like, I mean, not enough people give Seth Rogen enough credit, because I get why some fanboys don't really care for Seth Rogen, because, you know, Seth Rogen pretty much just acts like himself and doesn't necessarily, like, act. I really hope, like, fanboys are, you know, a little more forgiving for him now. I mean, I've always liked Seth Rogen. I always thought Seth Rogen was funny. But I get why some people might be turned off by his style of humor. But trust me, if you think, like, okay, this is Seth Rogen doing his thing, I mean, technically, I would seriously, if you're not going to watch this movie because you're not a Seth Rogen fan, like, that's a shame. You really should give this movie a chance. I mean, if you are a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan, in the name of all that's good and decent, go watch this movie. This movie was definitely worth the wait. You know, the animation is beautiful. The cast is phenomenal. The four boys themselves, who are Donnie, Leo, Raph, and Mikey, you know, they are the teenage, and I emphasize teenage, Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I loved it. This movie was fan-frickin-tastic. And I really hope we get more stuff like this in the future. Come to think of it, ever since Barbenheimer, movies really have been getting better. I mean, without fail, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem is going to outgrow Barbie. I am positive that's going to happen. Like, the girls had their toy movie. Boys are going to get theirs now. Oh, yeah, seriously. Ninja Turtles toys were huge. I didn't really have any Ninja Turtles toys, but, you know, that's okay. You know, it's kind of hard. Seriously, it was impossible to grow up in the late 80s, early to mid 90s without knowing who the Ninja Turtles were. And right now, this next decade will only solidify just how much of an impact Ninja Turtles has on pop culture. In fact, Eastman, one of the creators of the Ninja Turtles from way back in the day, you know, he said he's 61 years old and he's still doing what he loves, which is drawing comics. Which, that's what the Ninja Turtles were. They were a comic. So in a way, this is also a comic book movie. And it was awesome. This movie was great. You know, if you have little kids who like if you grew up watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and you have kids yourself, go watch this movie with your kids. You're going to have a blast. So, yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. Go watch it. I hope y'all like this video. If you did like, subscribe to the channel, follow me on social media. As always, I am very humble. I made this video for all of you guys watching. Enjoy for name. Hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. And remember, if you guys want to talk shows, we'll be here to lend those way back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.